Bryce Young, number one overall pick. There are a lot of expectations for Bryce Young. Again, if the Panthers are going to end up having a successful season this year, Bryce Young is going to be asked to do a lot. And do you think that there's a little bit too much pressure on Bryce Young? Because people are expecting him to be the next second coming of Jesus on the football field, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Well, just like Jesus, either he gonna rise to the top or he gonna go down trying. No, no, man. Listen. I'll tell you this: there's pressure with him being number one, man. Listen, you can't avoid it. You know, greatness comes to great players, man, and you can't have the number one overall pick. You can't be, drafted. I mean, you can't be playing for Alabama. I mean, but pressure's not a thing for him. You know what I mean? Is there too much expectation? No. I mean, when you're taking number one, you're expected to deliver. Now, what I will say is, I think the better question is, does he have everything he needs to exceed year one? And I'll say this, I feel like he has enough to show that we can make the progress in the right direction. I'm not going to say he has everything. You know what I mean? I think we can upgrade our receiver core a little bit more. I definitely thought we could use potentially maybe a Ezekiel Elliott, some kind of bully back. You know, he doesn't have to be the feature back. I would like to upgrade that. But, for right now, Bryce, the weight of the world's on his shoulders, man. But I tell you this, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And I think he's going to make the best of a decent situation here, man. I'll tell you this, his brain is probably the highlight of his features. You know what I mean? No one's going to mistake him for being 6'5". No one's going to mistake him for having a laser arm. But one thing you can't do, you can't mistake his mental aspect for just a normal quarterback. What separates him from C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, is that brain. It's not even close. No disrespect to those guys, but it's not even close. His mental capacity is 10 times sharper and better than those guys.
And what are your expectations for Bryce Young going into this season?
That's a great question, man. I'm expecting playoffs. That's me personally. I don't know anybody, the Panther fan. I think he has what it takes, man. I don't really see them coming out here just like dominating. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people say 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. Listen, if my quarterback came out here and threw 4 or 5 touchdowns a game, I'll be fantastic, fanatic about that. But really, if he comes out here and shows me going into year 2, there's promise, or we can add a piece here or a piece there, and we can get better, I'm okay. I think we can make it to the playoffs, but realistically, man, he come out 9 wins. I'm hype. I'm hype over 9 wins. And that might just be enough to win this division because the division is horrible this year. There's a lot of rent-a-center quarterbacks in this league. I mean, in our division. So I'm hyped over that if that happens. But realistically, I think Bryce can get it done. Playoff, that's my expectations. And stay healthy too, man. If he can stay healthy, because I'm personally, I'm tired of hearing about the short stuff. I'm tired of hearing about the injury-prone crap. I'm tired of that, bro. It's starting to get old. This nigga don't play from top high school or the Del Mar out in California, Del Mar. This man came in Alabama, top college. You don't play against guys twice the size of you, and all he does win, and perform. So, man, listen, I'm tired of hearing that. And I think this year my expectation is playoff, bro. I mean, listen, I'm not going to cut him no slack. I don't care about him being a rookie. We talked about his intelligence. We talked about how he's able to manipulate the pocket. We talked about him being a playmaker. So, yeah, I want to see that. I want to see all of that. You know what I mean? And obviously it's a team sport, but I need to know my captain is full control. Even if he is a rookie, man, he needs to be in full control of this offense. He needs to look comfortable. I don't want to see him get into here year 1 and all those stereotypes that people are saying, him running for his life and he get hit one time, he is real. I don't want to see that. I don't think we're going to see it, but, he needs to show that he's in full control of this offense, on, off the field, you know what I mean? And then, hopefully it turns into a playoff berth.
From a performance standpoint, individually for him, how good do you think he's going to be? Are you expecting an Andrew Luck or Justin Herbert kind of rookie season?
Here we go with these. I told you about this comparison, boy.
I'm just saying, like, Andrew Luck right out the gate was looking like a top 15, top 10 QB. And Justin Herbert, ever since he first got the starting nod, 15 minutes against the Kansas City Chiefs and pregame warm-ups, your coach comes up to you and says, you got to go in there and start, and he comes out there and dominates, and he's been the elite QB ever since. So it's like, you look at Bryce Young, how good are you going to expect him to perform this year?
Well, I'll tell you like this. When you're talking about Bryce and Luck, you also got to factor in that their physical ability. First of all, they looked the part with the stature. And they threw apart because they got both of those guys had big cannons, Andrew Luck and Herbert. Bryce Young don't really have no cannon, and he don't necessarily look apart like those guys. But like I said, I can't knock that, because his intelligence is there. With that being said, although I think he'll perform, it's not going to be no 4,000-yard season. It ain't going to be no 30-plus touchdown. It ain't going to be no 500 rushing yards. You're looking at probably and here's the best of the best, man. Best of the best scenario, you might get him throw 25 touchdowns. That's the best. That's an absolute fantastic season. He throws for 25 touchdowns. Realistically, you're looking somewhere between 18 and 20. You know what I mean? Maybe he throws for 3,500 yards, which isn't bad. 3,500 yard, 18, 20 touchdown, decent, man. And it's not just him. It's the weaponry around him. Although I like Adam Thielen is not burning nobody vertically. Good route runner, sound route runner. He can make you miss with his technique. But listen, he going up against Sauce Gardner, somebody, he's locked, okay? He's going to be locked, all right? Mingo, rookie, I think he's really good, but it's going to take him some time. Our number 2 receiver, DJ Chark, he's fast as lightning. But, his bones ain't very good. They get a lot of injuries and stuff. So I'll put it to you like this. Bryce's numbers is not just going to reflect him being a rookie, but it's also going to reflect the fact that our receiving core is not necessarily ready yet. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't know if you follow the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm hoping we get my boy
Brock Bowers.
Oh, my God. I heart Brock Bowers so much, man. I'm going to get his jersey, excuse me. Him and another guy, Alad McConkey from Georgia. He's like an Amendola almost. Yeah, McConkey and Bowers. We need a star, man. We just need a star receiver.
Jonathan Mingo, though. And I really like Terrence Marshall. I like Terrence Marshall. I'm dead serious. Like, I was really high on Terrence Marshall. People forget how good he was.
Yeah, you're really high. But
you don't believe in Terrence Marshall?
Look, man, I treat Terrence Marshall like the police. Guilty until proven trash until proven good.
I feel like he's gonna be solid. And we get into the offense now.
I don't believe in him, dog. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong for saying that. I just don't believe in him. He got to show me. Listen, I told you I'm tired of giving away my I'm going to support the young man no matter what, but I'm not going to sit here. I'm a realistic guy, bro. Terrence Marshall has a ceiling on him. I think he's going to be mid, you know what I mean? He's going to be better than, he's not going to be trash, but he's going to be better than, most, but let's not play with ourselves here. What do you think he's going to – let me ask you a question. What is your comparison to Terrence Marshall? The finished product. Give me Terrence Marshall finished product. What do you compare him?
I feel like he can be the equivalent to what Michael Pittman is with Indianapolis. He's solid. He's a top 20 receiver. But with a quarterback like Bryce Young, though, he'll make him look better than that, though. Bryce Young, the label that they have with Bryce Young is that he's this point guard. He's like the Chris Paul of the quarterback position. Like you say, he doesn't have the strongest arm, but, he gets the ball out really fast because he can process defenses. The way they kind of describe him, they kind of make it seem like he's going to be like a black, smaller version of Joe Burrow, just with the ability to be more athletic and better with extending plays and maneuver in the pocket, honestly, because his processing ability is crazy. So if a guy like Terrence Marshall, he should be elevated by Bryce Young. You feel me?
I don't know, man. My expectations is Bryce's numbers are gonna be a little down because of his receiving core. So much of those numbers are going to be elevated because of Bryce, but then the other half of his numbers are going to be down because of, let me tell you something. Somebody who you probably ain't really talked about is Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst is an elite. Yeah, he's an elite tight end, man.
I like
Hayden
him. He was going crazy for the Bengals. He was really
Yes.
underrated. Really
Yes.
underrated.
I think him and Bryce are gonna go nuts, bro.
Let's go to this.
Okay.